we have now gone into redevelopment.
High chances if you live in Mumbai, you live in an apartment. And generally when you are like saying your address to someone, you will say XYZ building mein main rehta hu. But when you stay in Hiranandani, you just say, I live in Hiranandani. And today with me I have Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani. And बहुत सारी चीज़ें मुंबई में हो रही है. We are redeveloping this entire city. A lot of questions come to our mind when it comes to redevelopment of different older buildings at different locations. And today, sir, we are going to have a few chit chats on the redevelopment story.
Happy to be with you.
Thank you so much. So for you, what is redevelopment? Is it just about increasing the height and density of a building, or is it more about hopes and stories and families?
It's a beautiful question because it's about Mumbai. It's about the growth of Mumbai. It's about the future of Mumbai, prosperity of Mumbai, old buildings of Mumbai, what happened with now 75 years since we had independence. All that has definitely made a huge difference. Buildings are getting old. People are staying there. They have aspirations, but they don't have the wherewithal to do it. So over a period of time, the government thought that they need to do something, whether it was the policy of slums or redevelopment. The idea was, can the people who are staying there actually afford to do redevelopment by themselves? So many are retired, so many are old, don't have that kind of money to actually rebuild. So the government created a policy of redevelopment wherein they gave the society, the building, additional FSI, which they could use to redevelop and sell a part of the apartments. So when they could sell a few apartments in the society or buildings or project, automatically these people would get it free of cost. So it's a combination of an older part of the city which requires redevelopment because it's old, dilapidated, falling, whatnot. And now, of course, redevelopment is the in thing as far as we are concerned in Mumbai city and in the places we are here today. So I think it's a kind of a policy which came on to look after the crumbling older buildings which have happened. So I think that's the policy and that's where the government came in and did it, and it's working.
So as you said, these things about redevelopment, one thing that comes to my mind is there are three entities involved. There is the developer, there's the government, and obviously there are the people who are living in the older building. And without trust, this entire exercise cannot happen. And over the years, we have seen the number of redeveloped buildings are going high. Is this because the trust in developers and government when it comes to redevelopment is also increasing?
Obviously. I mean, this is a tripartite arrangement. But the trust is not with the government. It's more between the developer and the society. Because the government is only giving the permission. So once they've given the permission, I don't think the government has too much to say. But definitely the developer who has taken your project or the project which is there, you have to trust him. Because you have left those buildings, you are all out on rent. You expect that that person will have the wherewithal to be able to redevelop the project and bring you back home in a better building, maybe a bigger apartment than you have, and with much better facilities than they had when they had the old building. So it's a big trust between the developer and the members of the society or individual persons who own the building.
While you were answering, in the end, you said a very important thing, that is amenities or new facilities that the people in the old building are going to get. This entire arrangement of amenities, what I can say, is something very important to tenants living in older buildings, especially in good areas. I want to ask you, is amenity more important or security more important when it comes to a redevelopment project for a tenant?
I think security is always first, but aspirations are also there.
Yes.
If a person wants security, he should get it, but everybody is ambitious. Let me get more in terms of amenities, more in terms of area, more in terms of common facilities which are available in some of the societies which are developed. Whether you get a pool, whether you get gym, or you get common facilities which you can possibly do, entertaining people, new entrance lobbies, different type of outlook of the building, and of course, a good quality building. I think all this is there, but security is taken for granted. Otherwise, why would you sign with somebody?
Correct.
If you sign with someone and you're handing over the building property to him or the company, obviously you have to trust them. So you must find somebody you trust.
So, sir, in the last answer, you also told about aspirations for amenities. When it comes to a larger picture, public transport, infrastructure, even these things come in the basket of aspirations. And right now in Mumbai, a big network of metros is coming up, roads is coming up. This will obviously increase demand in certain areas. Will this demand also help in driving the demand for redevelopment in older buildings as the new influx comes in?
Both are definitely complementary or supplementary, but in reality, even in places where there is no great infrastructure or metro, we still see development. So development takes place where there is viability of the project. If tomorrow the viability is larger, the tenants or the occupants are able to demand more facilities and more area. Where the viability is lower, the demand in terms of the facilities and others will be less. But it depends from project to project, location to location. As you talked about infrastructure, like the local infrastructure here is fantastic in terms of mobility, connectivity and others. But in some places it may not. But you'll be surprised, even there development takes place, redevelopment takes place, but not necessarily of the style and scale and value which is available in this location. So the kind of redevelopment that's taking place may be different, but redevelopment happens in many, many places.
Sir, right now, we are in Bandra. Even from here, if you try to peek over there, we will be able to see the Bandra-Versova sealing taking place. The new connectors are coming up. Metro Line 2B will be passing through Bandra. So many new avenues are opening for this particular locality. When we talk about real estate projects, connectivity is a key thing we talk about. Does connectivity increasing in a particular location like Bandra increases the scope for redevelopment projects?
Yes. Not only about Bandra. Any place where connectivity is improved. So today, if you have Panvel, where we have the MTHL and then elevated road which will come there, or the Panvel Karjat railway line, or the improvement in terms of Chirle to high elevated corridors, all these connectivities are definitely going to improve the value of the position. There's a second aspect. There's an aspect where certain areas have where the rich and famous or the powerful or those people stay. That also becomes a cause for it. So somebody which may have zero connectivity like Malabar Hill is still having the highest value, while other places which may have a railway station there may not be as valuable, because there is a feeling about how the collectivity of the people living in that area value that place.
Yes.
So somebody will value a place more because let's say in Bandra, you also have the Bollywood over here. You would have so many entrepreneurs here. You would have the rich and famous living over here in this area. So I think it's about centers of excellence which have taken place so many years ago, which create value for those places. So it's both. One, connectivity and mobility, and also centers where already I think they are known.
So can we summarize this as community is the best amenity? Will it be right to say such?
The answer is yes, but the other is also important, what you said first. But you have to understand that they are both equally important and differentially important.
So, sir, many times when I've seen you speaking, Navi Mumbai 3.0 or across the harbour is something you're very ambitious about. And let's move over there now for a few questions. Navi Mumbai was an experiment. It was done at a time when India was not very fit financially, or the conditions were different. But now we have might, we have power, we have mind. And now we are again getting an opportunity to develop a city. What are your hopes from this city? And if you were put in a place where you can take decisions with autonomy, how would you like this new city coming up to be?
We are very fortunate. Mr. Devendra Fadnavis has that vision. So we have a new airport. We're going to have a metro connectivity. We have a rail connectivity. We have an air connectivity. And we have a water connectivity. So you're going to have a multimodal transport network which is coming in Mumbai 3.0, which is including of Panvel. All this is going to be a city with a big difference. It's going to be like a Dubai in Mumbai.
Mumbai.
So I'm just using the word Dubai, but it will not be Dubai, it will be Mumbai 3.0. So what is it that what Mr. Fadnavis is planning is to create a great location less than an hour away from South Mumbai with a great connectivity with the best in class of the world. So you have 5 universities, you have the best airport, you have an IT center, you have hotels in that location and in Alibag, which is just half an hour away. You have all the other things. So residential, commercial, IT, government offices, all these things are being packaged together and making the highest quality buildings. So what happens is that all the facilities in a greenfield area you are now having. So while I have a canvas of my own townships, Mr. Fadnavis has the canvas of the whole city 3.0. So I think the ambition is great in order to say, Dubai, here's competition for you. And here we are going to have Mumbai 3.0. And that is why the Navi Mumbai Panvel corridor is going to be second to none in the world. That is the expectation.
Even I got pumped up listening to the ambition that is being planned over there.
Yes.
So when you came to like the part of canvas that you have your own canvas, but the Fadnavis sir has a bigger canvas. When it comes to your projects, in Mumbai, space is at a premium. Even a square feet can cost more than lakh, 2 lakh rupees in these days. But you purposely decide to give big lobbies, have spacious layout. Why would someone leave money on the table and not just build and use maximum whatever they can?
Everybody wants to make money because money is very important to everybody. But money is not the end.
Yes.
If money is the end to everybody, then the richest people in the world would be the most happiest people in the world. And that's not the case, as you know. So the point is, of course, we work for money and the enterprise is making profits, but there is a limit beyond which the other parts of it become equally important. So the buildings that I make are such that if I had to stay there, would I love it and be happy? If the answer is yes, then I will make a big lobby because I want to live in a building with a bigger lobby. And I haven't done it today. I've done it 30 years ago.
Yes.
If I have to make gardens which are beautiful and the best gardens in the city, I want to be able to live there myself in Powai or in Fortune City or in Hiranandani Sands or any of the other locations that we make. So the idea is very simple. Will Niranjan, myself, be happy to live in that place with me and my family and my children? If the answer is yes, that's the way I do it. If I'm going to make little less money because I've done what I have done, I'm okay with it.
Okay, that's a great
That's
way
my
to
concept of life.
Yes. So what should a developer offer first? Rental security or amenities?
I think the rental security will be first because at that point of time, he's moving out of the place and then ultimately amenities. So in reality, both, but they come sequentially.
So what is the biggest fear for a tenant when their home is going under redevelopment?
It's the same fear that you have when you buy an apartment. Even if it's a greenfield project, you have to understand that you're putting in hard-earned money, banks' money, loan money, EMIs and others to go into a flat. Here the person is leaving his secure flat and giving it for redevelopment. In both the cases, you have to go to a person you trust. So if I'm a builder and you're paying me money to buy an apartment which is greenfield or you're going for redevelopment, there's no difference. Trust has to be there in both the cases. In this case, you're giving up your place at that point of time. So obviously, there is a different fear. But even the trust factor should be in both.
Let's try to understand a few myths that are about redevelopment. Redeveloped buildings generally get delayed. Is it true?
No, not necessarily, but some do. And there can be various factors for that. COVID, for instance, was one of those factors. Various things in terms of litigation by members of the society who have been there. Of course, developers have also had bad experiences with developers who have had no background or experience of redevelopment. They are first-time redevelopers and hence nobody has checked up how good these people are in terms of their track record.
So they say redevelopment is just about heights. Is it true?
No, I don't think so. It's about creating a value proposition which is forever.
So what's going on with Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani and his company when it comes to redevelopment?
You know, we do townships. Now we have realized that the opportunity of redevelopment is plenty coming to us. So we are going to do many schemes for redevelopment. We start with Bandra reclamation, which is the spot we are standing here. We are going to do a redevelopment on Versova Beach. We're going to do a third one in Balkeshwar. We are also picking up various other places all over town. 2 or 3 of them, some may be Chembur, some may be other places. But the starting point is these 3 in the next 6 months.
Okay, that's great to hear from sir. So on that very positive, very good news or announcement we could say, we will thank Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani for joining us today and talking so much important stuff that generally people don't talk about, especially when it comes to redevelopment.